This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Sandwiches, neither sand nor witch. It's Tuesday, December 12th.
Where are we?
Just had to shake it up a little bit there.
Perfect.
We were in a time warp. That's what happened. Yeah, it's Tuesday, December 12th, 2023.
You say that. We've used that intro before, actually. Sandwiches. That's right.
We got to redo it.
No, that's fine.
Oh, no. I've plagiarized myself.
That's the only person you can plagiarize legally.
Then never mind. We're good. All right. Well, I'm Aaron, and this is Chris, and we'd like to welcome you back to Another Great Day podcast. The podcast designed to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation. We haven't had just a normal plain intro like that in a long time, Chris.
There we go.
It's nice to be here. All right. Well, it's Tuesday, and that means it's today's segment, which is Word of the Day. Yep, this is where we introduce you to a word you may or may not know. Chris, do you know what today's word is?
I see it here on the script. You want me to know it or not?
Today, yeah, I do want you to know it.
I know what the word is. It is the word troubadour.
Yes, troubadour. That's a word you people listening to may know or you may not know. You might be hearing about troubadour for the first time. So for troubadour, we need to bring in Definition Boy. Let's give him a call. Ready? Bring, bring. Bring, bring.
Hello?
Hello. Definition Boy. It's me, Etymology Man.
Oh, hey, Etymology Man.
I need you to read a definition for
I was
the
working
podcast.
on a postcard.
That's fine. I was digging a hole in the backyard. I got a call. The podcast needs us.
Oh, okay.
We must rise to the occasion.
I'm finished writing this.
Apparently.
Goodbye. Done.
Apparently, the word for today is troubadour.
I know what that is.
Ah, take it away, Definition Boy.
It's when you like sing and you're a poet and you poet sing. Often back in the old days when you're like a knight and you were in the court, they would sing and rhyme like they do with the singing and the rhyming these days sometimes.
Excellent work, Definition Boy. Well, did you know the etymology of troubadour comes from an old Occitan, Occitan word meaning to compose?
Oh!
That's the etymology of that word.
Thanks, Etymology Man.
Anyways, let's go. Back to the postcard and back to digging a hole.
I'm gonna go mail this.
Click. Thanks, guys. That was interesting. Yeah, Chris, in the Middle Ages, troubadours were the shining knights of poetry. In fact, some were ranked as high as knights in the feudal class structure. Yep. Troubadours made chivalry a high art, writing poems and singing about chivalrous love, creating the mystique of refined damsels and glorifying the gallant knight on his charger.
Oh, dear.
That's a fancy sentence. That might be the fanciest sentence I've ever read in my entire life. In modern context, so how it's used today, troubadour still refers to the songmeisters of the Middle Ages, but it's been extended to cover contemporary poet musicians as well.
I think the most famous one I would think of would be like Bob Dylan or something like that.
Ooh,
I think he'd be a troubadour.
that's funny. I was thinking of some like the big band singers. That's
Oh, really?
interesting. But I guess now that I know the true definition, thanks to Definition Boy, it does make more sense that it'd be somebody with a little more artistic license, like maybe a rapper. Could a rapper be a troubadour?
I am sure because it's music and poems.
Oh,
so
there you go.
I feel like that's what rapping is.
A lot of rhyming. All right, well, let's wrap it up and move on to this day in history. Chris, on this day in 1915,
Somebody was born.
Somebody was born. Who was it?
That person was, this is December 12th, 1915, Frank Sinatra.
Guys and Dolls, my wife's favorite musical, I think.
Oh, is
One
it?
of her favorite musicals.
Oh, okay.
Features a Frank Sinatra.
I think that has the song Rockin' the Boat, something like that.
I've never seen it.
Oh, never mind.
I've never seen it.
I don't know either. Frank Sinatra was a famous singer, actor, producer from the past 100 years.
Yes. He's a big
crooner.
deal.
He was the main, the Rat Pack and the crooner.
Old Blue Eyes.
The reason I wrote this fact in here was how he got started was inspiring to me. In the beginning of his career as a singer, he carried his own PA system wherever he went.
So his own speakers and mixer and everything?
He would carry the microphone and the speakers with him. whenever he was trying to get jobs.
Wow.
So he'd go out to a club or something and offer to sing songs, and he already had the equipment there. So they didn't have to say no.
But it was a lower barrier to saying no.
Yeah.
He made it easy for them to say yes.
He was apparently, it seems like he was a great salesman.
Wow. Good job, Frank Sinatra. All right. Well, that'll do it for this day in history and move us along to the question of the day. We have a question that we like to ask you every single day here on this little podcast, and we like for you to interact with those around you. So we'll read the question, you hit pause, and discuss it amongst yourselves. All right. Chris, what would your dream job be? And what would you need to have it? What would you need to have to make it successful? So Frank Sinatra carried around his PA system, and he became a very successful singer.
So if my dream job was like a board game designer, I should walk around with like a cardboard and pen and paper and some dice maybe.
Yeah, some
and
graph paper.
Little plastic pieces to make people move along the board.
X-Acto knife.
I should just carry this all with me.
You need a kit, a caboodle.
Anywhere I'm going.
You need a game board caboodle.
And walk up to like a restaurant in town and say, I'll make a board game for your restaurant.
No way.
And then I'd be like, I'll do it right now in the Can you get me some food, please?
And I'll have a lasagna as payment.
Yes. Yeah, see? Perfect. This idea is going to go far.
We're going to make $1 million. I don't know why
I said we. Lasagnas.
Garfield would be so proud. My dream job, I think it would be really fun to, create things. We like to do a lot of creative stuff. So I think I'd write comic books. It'd be really fun to write comic books in order to be successful.
Yeah, what would you carry around with you if you were trying to make comic books?
You need a sketch pad and a notepad because you need to be able to draw out some ideas and you need to be able to write them down. So I'm traveling pretty light, honestly.
Oh, yeah. So you just have a little backpack or a satchel or something with equipment.
Yep. But if I wanted to be an astronaut...
Who would be your clients for your comic book endeavor?
You'd have to sell to publishers.
Who would be the non-normal clients?
Raccoons.
So comic books, how would a raccoon use a comic book?
They would read it and enjoy it. And if they didn't know how to read, then they would tear it into shreds and use it to make some sort of nest.
I think this is a great idea for raccoons.
I think we're going to make $1 million.
1 million acorns or whatever raccoons eat.
Comics for raccoons.
Trash, don't they?
They do.
Just eat trash. We're going to make 1 million trash.
It's the name, Trash Panda. All right, well, that'll do it for the question of the day. Quite possibly one of the most ridiculous ones we've had in recent history. All right, well, great talk today, Chris. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. Oh, you hear that sound? That means it's time to check in with our field correspondent on location. Take it away, Wes.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Chris. Hey, Dad, why do bees stay in a hive during winter?
Swarm.
Oh.
Have another great day.
Swarm.
I love it. Hey,
oh, man.
those little bees need little bee blankets. So
That is funny.
love it. Thanks, Wes. Thanks, Meira. Let's go ahead and take it over to the word of wisdom. Today's word of wisdom comes to us from Proverbs 26:7, chapter 26, verse 7.
I'm beginning to think that Proverbs 26 is all about the fool.
Boy, I'll let you.
It's the fool proverb.
It's convicting and encouraging.
A proverb in the mouth of a fool is as useless as a paralyzed leg.
Wow.
Now, what if I'm the fool and I'm saying something like that? That's what I always think of when I read these kind of like fool. It's easy to be like, oh, that person's a fool. What if it's me?
Well, it very well could be.
Yeah.
But think of it like Proverbs like a yellow flashing light. It's neither green nor red. It's a warning.
There you go.
Be aware. The Amplified Version says, like the legs which are useless to the lame, so is a proverb in the mouth of a fool who cannot learn from its wisdom. Wow. Well, let's not do that. Our mission here on Another Great Day is to encourage interaction, creativity, and conversation, and I'm so sorry for that weird ending.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I thought you were done and I was hitting the button. It's me. I pushed the button. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're enjoying this podcast, please take a minute to rate and review us and share us on social media.
And please help us get good old-fashioned fun out into the internet. We want to make a good, fun, positive impact on your day.
But most importantly, we hope that you make it
Another
great day.
We'll see you tomorrow.